Hi, I'm Joe Hiltebeitel from Joe Hiltebeitel Photography, hiltebeitel.com. And if you're like Shelly and I, you're doing festivals, you have an easy up tent, you have Flourish walls that were expensive, and you want to keep them clean. We've seen way too many walls at events where people have not cleaned the walls and dirt has just caked up event after event after event, and it really starts to show. Some of these white walls look black in areas or stained like someone threw coffee on it. So we're out here cleaning our tent thoroughly today. We've had this tent for about a year, not even quite a year, but the last event we went to was very dirty. It was almost a dirt base on the ground, and as people were walking or dogs were sitting and their tails were flapping in the dirt, it really took a toll on the tent. And Shelly's going to get a close-up if she can to see. This is one of the least dirty sides, but you can actually see where we were hanging photographs on the wall, and it's almost like a nuclear blast, and it leaves the shadow behind. You can see square outlines from where price tags were. You can see square outlines of entire images, big and small, and it was on all three of our walls. So if you listen to the company Flourish, they will tell you there are a few ways to clean the walls. The one that we're doing today is not one that they recommended, but we see that it works very well, and these walls are extremely durable. In their explanation to me, the walls were designed for some military purpose, and a human weight, the weight of a human, can hang on this wall without breaking any of these beads. So we're using standard dish soap, Dove dish soap I think it is, or Dawn, trusty assistant. We're using Dawn dish soap. We're using a power sprayer, but we're using it in a very special way here as not to damage the walls. So we're going to do this wall. We've already done the other three. I'm going to insert a picture of what one of the walls looked like before, a still picture, and you'll see how dirty it was, I trust. And then I'll also clean this wall, and then I'll show you a still picture of what it looks like after it's dried. And you can see the very big difference. We also cleaned the Easy Up tent in a similar way, but you have to use probably even more caution there. We'll show you how to do that as well. Step one, wet down the wall. And we're using a broad spray of this power washer. So it looks like this. You don't want the real fine, like pinpoint spray. The broad spray, in this instance, you can get close to it. You can get 5-6 inches away and blow some of this dirt out. That alone is great. So I'm going to just wet down this wall first. We'll fast forward through that. Shelly will keep filming. We'll fast forward through that, and then I'll come right back to you. Step two, in our case, we're going to detach the sprayer and attach this bottle of soap, which is Dawn dish soap.
It's probably 3/4 water and 1 part dish soap.
And all love. And this is how we spray it. We're just going to soak the entire wall down, and we don't want to let this dry in the sun, so we're just going to soak it down, and by the time we're done, we're going to spray it off again really well. And now we're going to put the other attachment back on. And it's probably about 75 degrees out here right now, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
We're doing this in direct sunlight. We're not going to let the soap dry. We're going to spray it completely to get all of the soap out and make sure all the stains are gone. And then we're going to leave it for a few hours out here in the sun. It's supposed to be a great day today. Let it dry, and then I'll also I'll show you screenshots of what it looks like before and after. This nozzle is not spraying hard enough to hurt this fabric at all. This fabric is really nice, really well made. And so I'm spraying it just, 5-6 inches away from it. Okay, that's how we cleaned the actual mesh walls. As far as the tent goes, without the walls attached, we had it lowered to the lowest setting, and we sprayed down the outside not as nearly as close as I just now did with the mesh walls. We were probably 2-3 feet away just to spray the outside. If you get too close with even the broad sprayer, it will create streaks in your tent. that you'll see from the inside or out, and you don't want that either. So if you spray it from a good distance, like 3 feet away, and then we sprayed it with the soap just like we did the walls here, and then just sprayed it again and used a soft microfiber cloth to just touch up spots where there was bird poop or berries that had fallen on the tree or whatever it might be, just dirt, just touch up some spots. And we did that on the inside and the outside. I know Easy Up will tell you that removes some of the UV protection, and that's true. I don't know if there's a spray or something you can spray over top of it to put some of that UV protection back on it, but do you want an ugly tint or a sunburn? It's up to you. I'll take the sunburn. I'll wear a hat and some sunscreen. I just want a nice clean tint. If I'm going to present my product and I want to sell my product, I want it to look as good as possible, and I'm going to start with a nice clean presentation booth. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. I appreciate you watching, and again, I'm Joe Hiltebeitel from Joe Hiltebeitel Photography, hiltebeitel.com. Thanks, and I'll see you at the next festival.